Aries, love and relationship. You're back and forth like a yo-yo on this, but soon you're going to have to make a decision. Have that Page of Swords difficult conversation that needs to be had, so that one way or another you decide whether you move forward with this. Is this going to work? Is this going to be something? Or you drop it, because I believe that's what you're kind of back and forth with, toying between these two pentacles, like which way should I go with this? We're going to look at these cards together now and clear some up in just a moment. I just want to see what else is coming through here. Your energy, the Emperor card. I'm not sure what it is yet, but you've been like your worldview around this relationship, or this brand new perspective has been gained around the relationship. I feel like you think that you had to dilute yourself slightly. You couldn't be this Emperor energy, like this true fiery person that you are. Maybe you thought you were being too opinionated. That's my chair squeaking around, Aries. But maybe you thought you were being too opinionated, or you felt like I can't be like my most fiery self around this person. The Hanged Man. New perspective gained recently. We're going to have to clear that up and see what it is, but I feel like this is a little bit to do with like you having to tone down around this person or something. Anyway, we are stepping into the energy of King of Swords, so a decision is going to be made pretty soon for you. I know you're weighing it up right now. I know maybe an unpleasant conversation needs to be had. Perhaps Three of Swords. Oh, I love this imagery on the Three of Swords. You're no damsel in distress though, are you, Aries? I think you maybe like to play that role a little bit with this person, like, oh, you know, tapping into that, like, save me, like damsel in distress, holding out for a hero. Emperor, Aries, you're this hero in your own story most of the time. So, I mean, I know it's interesting to kind of see what other sides of our personality comes up when we're in this relationship, but something tells me like you need to like one of these swords needs to be pulled out. Like there's some kind of a ripping a band-aid off that needs to happen by way of like have that conversation, like reveal those truths that need to be spoken right now. A lot of momentum carrying around this relationship. It's very fast. Things are like have picked up a lot of tempo here. I feel like these wands are just flying everywhere. We have a duel going on. This is this back and forth like kind of rapport between the both of you. It seems like there's a lot of good like banter, there's a lot of fun conversation, but like one of you is ready to take this a little bit more seriously, step it up a notch. The Chariot is like, let's mature this, you know, like let's take this up like a gear, switch things up and bring it to another level. Let's look at these cards together as the sirens are blaring outside. I'm gonna check these cards out and look and pull some more. So we'll look at these cards together, Aries, as those sirens are blaring outside. Take something up a notch is what I'm hearing. But you've been toying between that, like, will I do this? Can we push it forward? All right, I'm excited to get into this reading for you. What have we got going on, Aries? Okay, we're going to pull some more and clear up each of these cards, but you're about to step into this King of Swords energy where you cut to a decision here. So you're about to make a decision. That's great. You've been back and forth, back and forth. The conversation, you know, has to happen first. Some of you are kind of anticipating this conversation or like dreading it or putting it off. Or some of you just have a hell of a lot to say, and that impatience around or this kind of testiness around the Page of Swords energy for me is just like your eagerness like to say this. One way or another, I have a feeling one if not both of you are saying something like, maybe it's one of you, but something like, hey, can we work this out? They say like, there's still a lot of beauty to what we have here. There's still a lot of step by step approaches we could take. We'll clear it up. But on your mind, you're like, okay, I don't really, you're more eager for this just to take a course of a direction here. So there has been a lot of back and forth between you. It's very exciting right now. Some of you are like, can we take a trip? Can we do this? Like you're talking about all these fun plans and everything, but still you're waiting for like some sort of a commitment either way, or like, do you actually want this? I'm thinking, all right, well, yeah, you are the sort of the hero in this story. So maybe Aries, do you need to step up and take some responsibility for how things are going? Like, why can you make the first move here? Aries energy of the Emperor is somebody who I think would have no problem in making the first move and just like stepping up to the plate, going after what they want. this kind of chariot energy with the emperor. Oh, that's like very carpe diem, like go seize what you want, go after it, grab it, like act on it. This is very action oriented, and I think that's what your like subconscious is leading you to do, and actually you hope for that as well in a way. But some of you have gained some new perspective that we're going to have to clear up and look into, and with this new perspective it might just look like, oh, I don't know if I want this to be as committed as we had initially been going, or like you may have decided, I think you may need to take a little accountability, maybe Aries, for have you given the wrong impression or led somebody on in any way? Maybe the Three of Swords is like a painful truth. Maybe you gave them the impression that, you know, you were waiting to be saved by them, and you know, like, and that just really didn't, like, once you kind of got into that role, you were like, no, I'm still kind of like an emperor energy here. This isn't really me. I don't know, something shifted, something changed, or you got new perspective. So let's clear this up and see what's going on. We're going to pull a card now for, let me see, Two of Pentacles. What is the back and forth about? Okay, so we've got here the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. All right, this is a very uneasy energy, like very unsettled. This person's like, look, they're freaking out that this isn't going to work out for them, that they're not going to get their beautiful harvest out of it, aka the fruits of their labor. I just get the impression here with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse with the Two of Pentacles, you're like, oh, how is this going to turn out? And that's just that the like kind of uneasiness, that anxiousness created by the unknowing, like, is this ever going to pay off? How's it going to, more like, how's this conversation going to go? Okay, so let's look at the conversation. Page of Swords. Okay, could be interesting. Let's see what's going to be said. What does the energy around this conversation look like? Ooh, okay, so we've got here the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. With something be coming up about like, oh, you said you'd pay for this, or you said you would be able to afford this, or, you know, or something like, I can't believe you spent that, like some issue around money. Let's see, it's like this is going to kind of disrupt things for you guys, Tower in reverse, but you're not going to be shocked at all. I mean, you already, I think, know, like the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, you know about this issue. You're already kind of dreading talking about it, so I don't think this is going to take you out of the blue, take you off guard, come out of the blue, I should say, blue cards here, and the Tower being out of the blue with the blue. Tower in reverse, though, you're like, oh, right, I saw this coming. Yeah. But still, it doesn't mean it's not like an annoying thing to have to deal with this person. Okay, so let's see. So I think this issue might be about money, or it might be about, what's that, Page of Wands in reverse. Something that was said, something you heard, something that came from somebody that was like younger than you, or in a different social setting, somebody that kind of doesn't really like relate to you on a day-to-day, but like randomly they told you something. That's coming through for some. All right, so let's have a look at the Three of Wands then, and we're going to look at this and see, like, you just want a resolution here. So either way, you're like, the worst thing about this is there's so much still hanging over your head in terms of like where this is actually going to go. So let's see. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, some of you unfortunately have like got into a situation where there was like a lot of maybe this pressure. Like this looks to me like, yeah, like, I don't know, like some sort of pressure because there was competition. Like you thought like, oh, I better get into this situation because other people are interested in this person, or I don't know, let me think about this. Three of Wands. I don't know, it's difficult, I guess, for you guys because some of you work together in business, so sometimes you spend a lot of time with each other. I don't know, you could have family ties. I see that. Like for some, there's like a family tie here, and that's what's making it difficult, I guess, or like you, I don't know, family, you've started to withdraw from family, you've started to withdraw from your career. Is that coming up for any of you? Okay, let's look at your strong energy here in the Emperor. So I know, Aries, you're just gonna do what you have to do, and that's good. Like, so, you know, it's more just like, let's rip this band-aid off and get the hell on with this. Very Aries energy here. Let's see, no nonsense. That's what I love about you, Aries. Well, one of the many things. I'm proud to be an Aries, Mercury, and Venus native, so you know I definitely vibe with you guys. Six of Pentacles upright. Okay, so this you're more than willing to have the conversation that needs to happen, because you have a lot to air. I think you have some grievances to air, and you're probably unhappy about a lot of things. Could be to do with this money issue, a matter of unfairness, a matter of, hey, like, you really, like, are you serious about that? Because what you feel like there was a real kind of like, what is that word, like something that just wasn't fair perpetrated on you or to somebody else. All right, so let's see. Now we're going to look at the Hanged Man and try and determine like the nature of this new perspective you've recently gotten around this, who you're dating, this relationship you're in, this issue you're having with somebody. Okay, so what was the nature of the new perspective? Could have come pretty like suddenly to you too. You're like, oh, the eureka moment here. The Justice card in reverse. Like, the word I'm trying to think of, unjust. That was what I was trying to think of. And this suddenness of the Tower. Yeah, I feel like this perspective came to you like, boom, eureka, I have it. And okay, so right, something has been very unfair, okay? Something, justice in reverse, was completely the opposite of justice. Whatever this situation was, similar imagery here, a scale in this person's hand and injustice. And also we kind of have, typically we have a scale energy with the three of, Six of Pentacles in a lot of decks, like just this measuring out, like weighing what's fair and what's not, and something wasn't. It just wasn't. Why? So you got a lot of new perspective around something and have basically been confident to make your King of Swords decision now. So yes, there's a sword in both cards. When you figured things out and gained new perspective recently, I think this was pretty recently that this came through to you, and maybe even very suddenly for some. The Justice card in reverse was like, you were like, okay, that was absolutely fucked up and that was wrong. So now I can see that for what it is. Now I'm empowered to make my King of Swords decision now, and I think you're stepping into this pretty soon. I think once you have the conversation, or once you're ready to have this conversation, that's when you're going to be good to go on that. So let's see, I'm going to look at King of Swords. You're stepping into the energy of being pretty resolute with your choice. I don't know if once you land on this decision here, how easily you could backtrack, how easily you could be swayed. So let's see. King of Swords. Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, well, it is going to change the course of the direction. So however things are going for you right now, Aries, it seems like after you make a decision, things are going to be going in a whole nother way, and right away, like no time to waste on this. You're wanting to take things in a new direction and steer the road it's going down, the vibes around it. You're like, something's not right here. What's not right? Something's a little off color. They're acting a little off color. Okay. Also, you feel like they may be testing you. Like they seem to be clingy or needy and testing if you like them or not. That's a message coming through for some. Okay, so now let me look at, well, what's the advice? Like, what can you go into this decision, this conversation, what you need to do? Like, any more advice we can take? Because I feel like they're gonna say like, no, we can work this out. Two of Swords in reverse. don't know. I feel like with the Two of Swords in reverse, there is a little bit of dishonesty here. There is the kind of blindfold on here, not really looking what's going on. You know, the writing's on the wall, but if you're blindfolded, how are you going to see that? There's a level of deception here with the words that are spoken at this conversation that takes place or whatever. I see it mainly as a conversation or something that needs to be addressed or acknowledged, but yeah, like there's a certain level of lies here, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's very interesting. Like they're telling you something like, oh, I was always going to come back. I was always going to come back to you or something. Okay, that might come up. So let's see. I'm gonna know, oh, what's popping out here to talk to us? 10 of Wands in reverse, or 10 of Wands upright, I should say. Yeah, I mean, you probably had about enough of the lies, if that's true. If it's true that there's been some lies here, or that this conversation is just gonna look a little dishonest. So yeah, they're coming in hot and they're making the effort, I think, to conversate with you. So let's see where they stand. Person you're dealing with is like, yeah, they're definitely not quiet around you right now. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. They would really see this as a missed opportunity with you. If this doesn't go how they want it to, which is, I believe, Aries to make things happen with you, they're really going to see this as like epic fail. All right, let them. Okay, so but you, I think maybe yourself, you might have a little something to reveal that you're not saying. What about that, Aries? All right, Chariot card. Let's have a look at this. So, I don't know, do you want to just pull up in your car, be able to get away right away? Or some of you want to get something moving to another level? I don't know. Do you? It seems like the fight's gone out of you here and like you're just about giving up. Like you had been trying to bring this forward for so long. You have been trying to bring this to the next level. But then at the same time, maybe both of you are keeping something from each other or like not stepping up enough, right? And so if you have, and oh, you know what? You are so confident, right? And this person this is the needy kindness that I was sensing, like them asking like, oh, you know, do you like me? Like, are you interested in me? Like, and you're like, yeah, we just had a fabulous date last night. Like, what are you talking about? That kind of energy. Okay, so 3 of Swords here. Let's see, do you need to reveal something? Is there going to be a big reveal? Were we playing roles in this relationship? Let's see. The World card, the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Right, 2 major arcana to end the reading. Okay, I feel like this is like, you know what I'm talking about. The High Priestess is like very intuitive here. I think you know that this is coming to some sort of a culmination phase or like wrapping up here in the World card energy. I don't know, this is a general reading. Of course, it's not going to apply to everybody, but take what resonates today for you, Aries, and just leave the rest. A natural ending of, or like completion, turning point, breakthrough, but you're happy about how it's going? Okay, yeah, like you want this, you're willing it. All right, you look like you're in the driving seat, Chariot, Emperor, Aries. Okay, all right. Talk to you soon. Consider subscribing if you haven't already.